And welcome, everybody. Welcome to my celebration. It's your boy Rico No Suave here. And you know it's the Rico No Suave show, everybody. I am super happy to be back with each and every one of you guys. But you know, when I say I'm ready to be back, I'm always ready to be back as far as with you for another great milestone here on the Rico No Suave show. Everybody, you know, one of the things is that I really love is, you know, how we reminisce over what's going on. But I have to thank you as my fans. Number one, I want to thank you guys as far as the regulars for actually always tuning in to the Rico No Suave show, either if it's during the show when we go live or it's actually you're actually looking, you know, after everything is actually over. But one thing that I do have to say is that I'm so appreciative to a lot of you that actually continue to support the Rico No Suave show. And it's been a blast. It's been a great year, a lot of hard work, and a lot of sacrifices that we actually did, and a lot of changes that we actually have done to be able to upgrade the show for you guys to enjoy every single year. Of course, you see I'm dressed to impress for the actual show, so I am super ready to go. If you're here live with us, don't forget, go ahead, you can ask questions. Today is going to be more of a relax, but it's going to be fun because, you know, we got something special. We got something special for you guys to be able to enjoy. So let's get right into it. So there's a few names that I do want to go over, and of course, our producer is going to throw up some pictures, and I'm going to talk a little bit about it, right? I'm going to talk a little about each one of them, but this is kind of, you know, a way of me saying what a great year that we actually have. So let's start off with the first picture. Yeah, so the first one is Stan Zimmerman. Stan Zimmerman, yeah, when he came on the show, you know, he's the editor of the Golden Girls, right? Producer, he done a lot in regards to writing as far as for the Golden Girls. So Stan Zimmerman was a really great guest as far as on the show. I really had a great time as far as with him as well, too. So thanks to Stan Zimmerman. Here's the next one. Lauren Wood. Yes. She is the artist, man, the artist. I had a great time as far as with her. Pretty Woman, right? She actually done one of the songs, I want to say Pretty One, was an awesome song that she actually had. And I thank Lauren Wood for actually coming on the show. She was very exciting, right? When I actually had her on the show as far as with us, it was such a great time as far as with us. So thank you, Lauren Wood. Here's the next one. Nana Asher, Def Jam, formerly president of Def Jam Records. Ooh, man, that was good. That was a good one as well, too, because, you know, her coming on and actually, you know, uplifting the show and really having a great time, and her being in the music industry and being able to see exactly how I interview her and how we basically interacted and how we had a great time together. That was a really great show as well, too. So thank you, Nana Asher. Joe Rabel. I'm going all over the place, everybody, but this one was when he tuned in from Cannes in France. It was amazing. But one thing that I learned about Joe was, you know, you can't take everything for granted. You got to work hard. And that gentleman is actually working hard. I know he's in Austria. And I had such a great time as far as with Joe on the show. Like before we even got to do his interview, we were like best friends. Like we were WhatsApping each other, and I had such a great time as far as with him being on the show. It was amazing. So big shout out to my man, Joe Rabel. Yeah. Sam Forever Dever. This was a talk show host to another talk show host, And I have to tell you, man, that was super fun. I even had a chance to, when I went to LA, I actually had a chance to get interviewed by him, but it was just the connection that we had back and forth, talking about what to do and how we do certain things as far as on our show and how to basically uplift people, but also being able to, show the great exposure in regards to positive ways. Man, this was a great show. This was a great show. That was Sam Forever Dever in LA from Sam Forever Dever podcast. Sam Dever podcast, everybody. Now he's producing his passion, right? Producing your passion show. Make sure you go ahead and check him out as well, too, on LinkedIn, Instagram. He's all over producing your passion. All right. Voltronics. When I tell you about Voltronics, they have that folkloric and EDM type vibe. And when they came onto the show, it was amazing. It was amazing to actually have them in their video. The video that they actually had was kind of the 80s type feel. It was like Halloween, right? That Halloween vibe. But when I was able to interview them in person, and you guys are going to be able to see that, when I interviewed them in person when I went to LA, both of them was amazing. I had such a great time as far as talking to them, and they were just the bomb as far as with this as a group. So Voltronic is amazing. So thank you both for actually coming on the show. Antoinette Love Ransom. Yes. This was a good one, man. We had a great time. She was very educational. She really actually came out to tell people exactly what they need to be looking out for when it comes down to, contracts, when it comes to actually being in the film industry. But she has so many great connections as far as, to be able to help people. But for herself and going to that next level in her career, she is amazing in Hollywood. But I'm so glad because she really supported the show. She continued to support the show a lot as we speak today. It was really awesome. So, man, Antoinette Love Ransom was a great, awesome person to interview. Carrie Cavalier. Yes, the one that actually photographed as far as the scenes for O.J. Simpson doing a trial with Johnny Cochran, and she's doing a lot as far as with what's the guy from Reservoir Dogs that passed away? What's his name? Madsen? I think it's Madsen. Our producers, they're like, that's it. But Cavalier, Carrie Cavalier was awesome. It was actually her first time going live, and it was such a great time as far as interviewing her, and she has so much history behind that. And I was like enjoying myself. All right, we're going to do one more. The Black Da Vinci. Let's go. Christopher Williams himself. That's my guy. I mean, I still support him all day. He supports me as well, too. But I want to say New York, big up to New York. Yeah, that's my guy right there. He was actually painting and doing a lot of great paintings as well. Like it's amazing painting. So make sure you go and check out the Black Da Vinci on Instagram. And I have him put something together for you as well, too. But he was a really, really great educational, but also uplifting guest that was actually on the show. Let's bring it back to me. I want them to see my face. You know what? Because it's the 7-year anniversary, everybody. It's 7-year anniversary, and I'm happy. I am happy to actually be here. So today, everyone, I got something special. He's going to say, this was going to be good. We're going to reminisce in regards to the year. But I decided to do something different. I'm going to introduce you to my producers. My producers are going to come up and ask me a question, and I got to answer it if it doesn't get too personal, right? And coming up first, everybody, I want you guys to put your hands together. Put your hands together for Tisha Cat Lottery. Let's go. Yeah, my producers are doing their thing right now. All right. What's up, Tisha?
How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
You doing good?
Yes.
Yeah? It's good to actually, you as my producer. And I have to tell everybody that, Tisha, when she first came on board and when I actually interviewed Tisha, she says, I'm dedicated. And I'm dedicated because I believe in the vision and I know exactly what it's about as far as in the film industry, and I want to get more into the film industry itself. So, Tisha,
Yes.
you may now ask your question.
So what inspired you to become a host?
Ooh. So what inspired me to become a host? Everyone, when it comes to talking to people, that made me have a great connection as far as with humans, right? And one thing is that I had such a great time talking to different people and being able to see how my interaction was with them. It made me feel real good, you know? But also because of, I call them the legends.
Yes.
As a talk show host, looking at Arsenio Hall, looking at Jay Leno, Johnny Carson, and all of those guys, I was just amazed in regards to how they communicated with people and the audience, right? But also was the look, right? Like Johnny Carson versus to where it looks right now, like even with Jimmy Fallon, you know, you can see it like night and day, right?
Yes.
So that was the inspiration for me. And also, you know, my mom said, I'm going to get you on TV, right? And I was like, okay, you sure? She's like, yeah. I said, okay. So I had to put myself there.
That's good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions you got?
I have one more.
Yeah.
So today is your 7-year anniversary.
Yeah.
So from your first year to your 7th year,
Yeah.
what do you think is different from your first year to now?
I want to say the infrastructure, you know, and, you know, me being a tech guy, you know, the infrastructure itself where I started with just one camera. Right? My former co-host, Valerie Malesio, it was just that one camera itself. And when I actually just had that one camera, it was like, hey, how do we finagle that? And then over time, you know, someone introduced us to the software we use right now to be able to use the different cameras.
Yes.
And it was a change, though. That was hard, you know. It wasn't easy. That was hard, you know. And I was like, wow. I'm like, that's a lot to learn. And me being a tech guy, I have to go in and just make sure that I continue to do it, continue to do it, and then go from there. And I had to learn it. I had to learn it on my own and then be able to teach the next person, right? To be able to get in there. So I think it's, of course, the resources, right? Bringing in people to be able to help. And then also just the infrastructure. I had a big table at one point in time. And it was good, man. So between that and, you know, up to now, it was, you know, struggles because the, you know, tech, you know, you have problems when it goes out on you, and what do you do? Yeah, you know. Yeah, what do I tell it? Right. So you definitely know.
Yeah.
So, you know, and it's a really good thing. You know, it's a really good thing itself. And I'm having I had a great time as far as during that time to learn from the lessons learned as well too. So I like that.
Wonderful.
How has your experience been being as a producer on the Rico No Suave show?
It's been fun.
Yeah?
Yes.
That's it.
We always have fun on Rico and Suave. We always have fun.
We always have fun.
Yeah, we always have
right?
fun, yes.
That's good. That's good. Well, I want to thank you for being my producer,
Thank
number
you.
one.
Thank
you for sticking with me, number two, right?
you.
And, you know, of course, keep going because you definitely have that drive. As far as for the show and other things that you're doing as well, too, the Loop series as well, right?
Yes.
So, and you know, with you being here, you know, this is like your family upon another family,
Yes.
right?
Yes,
So,
it is.
thank you.
Thank you.
You the bomb.
You the bomb.
Tisha Luttery, everybody. Tisha, hey, everybody. Hey, I'm super happy because now my producers are doing their thing, and hopefully you guys are enjoying yourselves. And don't forget, you guys can ask questions as well too. So coming up next, I do have another producer, everybody, that's coming up. It's my guy too. His name is Connor Klump. Let's go. What's up, Connor?
Hey,
how
how's
you
it
doing?
going? I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
It feels weird being on this side
Right?
of everything. Yeah. It's cool. Well, happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, man. And thank you. So I'm going to let you go ahead and ask your question.
Sure.
What do you have?
So I've noticed that you're really good at not leaving any dead air,
Yes.
or having the dead air be meaningful.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask you what your influences were when it came to broadcasters specifically, or radio personalities.
Very good question. So, when it comes to, not having dead air, it's very nerve-wracking, right? Because if there's technology issues or anything like that, it's like what comes in my head to be able to say. So I have to be able to either bring up a commercial or bring up something that I did over the weekend, right? Or bring up something to be able to keep that dead air from actually happening so long, right? And also a lot of it comes as a producer, we got to put things on the screen. It's like, okay, go to the screen, right? And then go from there. But for radio, radio hosts or people that's coming up, the dead air is something that you definitely don't want. So you always want to have a plan B. So I always have something in the back of my head thinking that if something does go wrong, right, then we got to go from there.
For sure.
We got to make sure that we're always doing it right on top as well. So good question.
Thank you.
You got another one?
Yeah, well,
Talk
and
to
then
me.
also, were there any specific people that you kind of took from when it came to like radio personalities? I know you kind
radio,
of
from a
mentioned
radio.
Arsenio Hall and
Yeah.
then talk show hosts like that.
Sure.
But maybe from like a radio.
Ooh, from a radio standpoint, I didn't have. So I used to watch when I was a teen. Listen, I should say, WBBM. It was AM, right? I used to listen to either with my dad, or my mom if they were dropping me off at school. I was just listening to what they were listening to, and it would just be the host in the morning. And it was like AM, my parents, they went to AM, not too much on the FM side. And I used to listen to them a lot. And they used to be cracking jokes and things like that. But then if they was like, if something went wrong, somebody would jump in and automatically say something crazy or tell a joke. And I was like, oh, man, that's really cool. You know what I mean? That's really cool. But, that's from a radio host itself, since it was all audio, it was, man. It was very interesting how they were actually able to continue to talk, and also being able to not to say as much. That was key. Now I know I catch myself saying it sometimes, right? And it would be like, oh, why did you say that, right? And I think to myself, I'm looking at, I'm listening, I'm like, why did I just say oh? So then the radio host, when I used to listen to WBBM and listen to all of those radio hosts, they used to just continuously just have words flowing all the time. And I used to love that.
Yeah.
I used to love that.
I feel like you're good at that. I feel like you have that as a host. You're able to keep things going.
Thank you.
Yeah, no,
Thank
absolutely.
you. Let's talk about you as a producer, right? So as of course you being on board as far as with us as a producer, what were some of the things that you felt that you learned as far as being not in the film industry, because you also do editing as well too, but also as a talk show?
Sure. I've really enjoyed being a part of this team. I really like how every week it's a little something different. There's a new guest, and it's every week it's like a completely different topic that the guest is associated with, so it keeps you on your toes.
Yeah.
And it's been a really awesome networking thing to meet more people in Chicago that want to be a part of the industry. People like yourself and all of my colleagues here. So yeah, it's been a pleasure, man.
Did you have a favorite guest that you liked that stood out?
Ooh, I really liked last week's guest,
I
Michael
knew that was
Jablo.
gonna
He
come
was
up.
awesome. Shout out Michael Jablo.
Yeah.
And then I liked the Lizard Man was great too. I mean, all of them it's a really nice variety of people, but Lizard Man was something else.
Yeah, Michael Jablo was awesome. I like Michael Jablo. He's and I knew you were going to like that because he's a professional film editor, right? And that's your thing as well, right? So I think that was super awesome for him to be on, because that's how we do. We connect with people that's part of this industry for you guys to be able to feed off on, right? And that's such a great thing as well too. So yeah, we getting comments already. Guys. If you got something to say, go ahead and say it. I appreciate it. Any more questions, sir?
What are you most proud of about the show?
Man, Number one, dedication, right? Dedication from you guys as my staff, but dedication of knowing where this is going, right? Some of you guys have been for a year. Some of you guys have been 6 months, right? And I think because the dedication as far as with my team and also how you guys gel with each other, it's very hard at the very beginning when it comes to gelling because different personalities, tend to say, "Oh, I know it," right? And you're like, "Oh my God, wow!" Like, okay, we got to make sure we come to the same page and work together, right? I think that's one of the biggest things that I'm more proud of is being able to have a staff that gels really well together, that really wants to work to make things successful, right? And I think that's very important to me, right? Of course, technology behind it, making sure things go well, right? We had our uplifting times of upgrades and, being able to switch things around, no pun intended, right? Yeah. And I'm really proud of that. That number one, I'm really proud of, you guys, the staff, and also just, trying to keep things stable, right? To keep things going, and the hunger, right? Everybody's hungry, man. Everybody's hungry. So. Thank you.
No,
man.
that's awesome.
Appreciate
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Everybody, that's my guy. That's my guy. Yes. All right. Okay. You know what? Let's go to some photos before we bring the next. The next producer's coming up. Let's go to some more photos. So let's bring that up. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. Thank you so much. All right. I'm going to actually, talk about this next guy, Ernie G, the comedian. Man, Ernie G was awesome, man. Ernie G, he had me laughing, but he was so passionate in regards to speaking in front of people and cracking jokes. And we had such a great time as far as him on the actual show. He was amazing. Like, this guy was amazing when it came to just his characteristics, his personality, everything just came into play as well. So it was awesome. Let's go to that next one. Ashley Bowers. Yeah, Ashley. Big shout out to Ashley Bowers. Arizona, stand up. Yeah, she had, and I know she's going to hate me because I'm going to forget the name of the movie that's coming out for her. But she actually breed horses. So she was really super awesome as far as coming on the actual show. And she came around, I think it was December time frame. She was doing the Christmas, our holiday show. So it was super awesome, man. Super awesome to actually have Ashley Bowers. And then I saw her in Chandler as well, too. Had a chance to sit back and interview her for a little bit. It was great. So Ashley Bowers, thank you. Wow. Timmy Boyle from Canada. Hey, what up, hey? So this gentleman was also, he had a colorful room, the comedian. He had a colorful room, and I think he had the Care Bear. He had the Care Bear behind him. That was amazing. That was awesome, man. He was just continuously having a great time as far as with us on the actual show. And I had a chance to meet the producers and everyone, and we had such a great time as far as with him. He was rocking it out as a comedian. So, man, thanks to my man, Timmy Boyle. Yes. The Lizard Man. Wow. It ain't easy being a lizard man. I tell you, this was one of the ones, and I have to say that this one, besides the scary guy, he was next in line for as far as being kind of like not scary, but freakish. And I have to say that, for him, he was the freak show, right? Being able to, but this gentleman was so intelligent, man, so intelligent. Like, he has a PhD, he was killing it. And I was like, oh, man, just by knowing who this guy was and being able to, and he was in Texas now, he's in Texas, so putting swords down his throat, and, hey, this was one of the ones I had to say, whoa, this was interesting. Wow. Cortez Mack. Oh, yeah, on the road to the Oscars. My God. Yeah, Cortez Mack, we've done, actually we did I said, right? We did red carpet for him at the AMC Theater. He actually came on and very, 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 I wouldn't say very positive, but also, God is on his side all day, every day. And one of the things that I always thought about Cortez Mack is how he helped other people to be able to grow. And with this, I love to actually have him on to actually show because he was really great with uplifting as well. We're going to do one more. Yes, Raquel Lafayette. Yes, Raquel Lafayette, yes, the actress. She does so much. She does so much as well, too. But she, very, very, very exciting person. And when I say very exciting, I'm talking about off the camera, man. She has a lot of energy. And I had a chance to actually go and do AC Barbecue. We did a blog that's going to be coming out. We have a blog, and that blog is going to be awesome. But being able to interview her in person was awesome as well. She's a very, very well-known actress, very humble, loves to be able to help people, and she is amazing. So that is Raquel Lafayette. I gotta go to the comments. Because you guys are going crazy in the comments right now. Beatrice Davis, yes, of course, we're going to talk about you. Hi, Beatrice. Big Lou, what's going on? Big Lou? How are you? DJ West, John T for free. Thank you so much. John T, for always showing your support, always showing your love. You're here. It's almost like I think you only missed like twice. Two of the interviews, man. But thank you so much. We appreciate you as far as being here on the show. Donna Marie Bird. Yes, Donna Marie Bird, man. Thank you guys so much. And yes, thank you for the congratulations. You also another trooper that actually was always there as far as here and giving some really great comments. She says, thank you, Tisha. Thank you, Connor. She's saying thank you to everybody. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. And then, yes, 7 years, a lot of really great guests. Yes, but of course, I'm going over the last year. If I went over the last 7, that would be crazy. Yes. Yeah, John T, we always got to have a plan B. Always got a plan B. And this is why we actually say, Beatrice Davis, you're awesome. What can I say about Beatrice Davis is how she helped transform this show, the way the background looks, the way that our guests and the people that we've connected. There was a lot of great guests that was connected as far as through Beatrice, but also the intellect in regards to her being in the industry for over 30 years. Beatrice Davis, there's so much to be able to thank you for in regards to why we're here today and what we've been doing as far as in the show to basically keep me up to speed, keep me to be able to say the right words and then being able to type the right words as well. You also make this what we are today. So Beatrice Davis, thank you so much for everything that you're doing as far as for us and going from there. Before we take another quick commercial break, everybody, I just want to say, man, from the bottom of my heart, man, I am so, so happy to be able to be a part of this show. And everyone that's actually been a part of my journey as well. I want to thank you all. And a lot of supporting people, I see people on the street and they're like, thank you, Rico. Listen, man, keep doing what you're doing. Keep moving forward. You're going to actually get there. I will tell you that there's a few streaming services that we're actually on. And I do want to say thank you to them as well. The first one was kind of E360 TV. E360 TV, Aaron Himes, those guys are amazing because they put us on Roku, they put us on Amazon Fire Stick, they put us on Apple TV, and then also their app as well too for E360 TV. I want to thank them as well. And man, we got One to All, which is a new one, which is Bulgaria. They're in Bulgaria, actually, everyone. So One to All, thank you so much. And of course, everybody actually streams on YouTube and all that stuff. I'm about to say all of those. But Best Ever Channels is another one. Best Ever Channels, thank you guys so much for your love and your support and seeing exactly what we're doing. My producers are saying we got to take a commercial break, everybody, because it is the anniversary show. So we still got to keep it going, everybody. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Let's go. Welcome back. Okay, now we're going to continue with the show because I have another producer that's coming, and she's been here a while. Everybody put your hands together for none other than my girl, Brooklyn Alt. Yeah! Hi, Brooklyn.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh, good.
Happy
good.
anniversary.
Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm so happy that I reached 7 years as far as with you as well, right?
I know. It's crazy. Time has gone by so fast.
So fast.
Yeah.
So fast, man. So
Yeah.
fast. So you may now ask your question.
Okay, so after 7 years of the show,
Yes.
what's like one of the most unexpected moments that have happened live on the air, or like something that you still laugh about to this day?
Oh, good question. Oh, man. She should be a talk show host. What has been a great moment? Oh, man.
I know,
over the
putting
7
you on
years,
the
right?
spot
On
a
the
little
7
bit.
years.
There's a lot.
Okay, I got one.
Okay.
So Beverly Pomerantz. Beverly Pomerantz is the queen of casting directing. Now she comes on to the show and we're talking. Now Beverly Pomerantz is I gotta go and I have to do something like when it happens. So we're interviewing. Her phone rings in the back end, and she said the dog start barking. And then she says, wait, let me get over, let me get to this, let me see who's on the phone. So she gets up and she goes on the phone and she's talking and then she hangs up. And I'm like this, so I'm like, okay, everybody, and she goes to the phone and she's going to talk to whoever's on the phone. We're laughing in the back end,
Yeah.
right? Because this was kind of like an ad hoc, like, whoa, this just came out of nowhere. What are we doing here, right? So I'm super, like, that was like unexpected because we weren't expecting the phone to ring. And you hear the phone, but she got one of the old phones that, that still had the
That's
landline.
funny.
She had the landline. So
Yeah.
I think that was one of my favorite moments as well. Yes.
That's funny.
Yes.
Okay, and one more.
Talk to me.
Do you have any like pre-show rituals
Ooh.
that you do before?
Yeah. So it wouldn't be a ritual, but I think the preparation for the actual show
Sure.
is, me sitting in the chair and just thinking about making sure hopefully everything goes well, number one, but also preparing myself as far as for the guests, because the guest itself can be different. Person, and you know this,
Yeah,
right? From
yeah.
a personality standpoint, the questions that I have to ask the guest, and then I actually talk like as if I'm about to ask that question
Yeah.
to make sure it comes off really well. So I think the preparation for myself on this is very, very important in order for for that to happen. So
Sure.
yeah.
All
All right.
right,
So
thank
I got a
you.
question for you now, right?
Okay. I'm ready.
You've been here one of the longest, right?
Mm-hmm.
In regards to the actual show itself, do you actually have a favorite guest, or do you have a guest that stands out that was like, oh man, that was good?
Yeah, I think Stan Zimmerman for
Stan
sure.
Zimmerman.
Yeah, I love Gilmore Girls, and I'm
Yeah.
a writer myself, so
Okay.
that was one that definitely was the most one of the most interesting to me. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Did it feel like he was kind of like a fan favorite, knowing that since he was a writer?
Yeah.
Did you feel like a fan? And
I did. Yeah. And I recognize his name. Like, we have so many guests, and some people I know, some people I don't. But
Sure.
when, you told us beforehand that he was coming on, and I was like, oh my goodness, really? I know him. So, yeah. I don't know him, but I'm a fan of him. So, yeah.
you know
so
him
that
now
was
because
cool. Right.
he met
Yeah.
you, right?
True,
as a writer, as a writer, and knowing that he was writing some, really good episodes, right? Did it give you some ideas in regards to help you writing as well?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah?
for sure. Yeah, I was taking mental notes the whole time. I think he said a lot of things that were really valuable. And even just hearing about his experience, like, getting into the industry.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's a saturated industry, so that's one of the
Yes.
hardest parts. So to hear about it from someone who's, like, kind of made it, in a sense, was really cool.
That's a good connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
it is.
good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Any more questions?
I
folks?
don't think so.
No?
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for being here as well, too. Thank you, Brooklyn. And I appreciate you always. Yeah. That's Brooklyn all, everybody. Yeah. All right. Okay. He's the newest one. He is the newest one, everybody. Put your hands together for my man, Noah Bravo. What's up, Noah?
Hello.
How are you, sir?
Doing okay?
Good, man.
I feel really weird up here, man. I don't like it. Not a fan.
You're not a fan?
It's just, man, I see myself on the screen. I don't know.
Hey, well, this is what it feels like, being part of the show and you being able to see it from the back end to now. You're in the front end with me now.
Yeah,
right?
man.
So, which is good. So you may now ask your questions.
Yeah, so as soon as I came on the show, actually, that one question that I had is, like, what was the moment in your early journey, like, of this show, of being like, dang, I got to get some more people on this, man. Like, it's just me, but, like, I know that I have to have, like, a lot more hands on deck.
Yes, that's a very good question. I think one of the biggest things about looking for guests at the very beginning was just trying to get more guests or people. Because when I first started, it was my friends. It was people that I knew in a dance scene and people that I wanted to recognize in Chicago. But over time, I started running out of the people that I wanted to actually have. And I actually had to start going on LinkedIn. I'll start connecting with people on LinkedIn and start looking at different areas. And then everyone that I said, hey, if you have somebody you think that would be good for the show, let me know. But it started becoming, I would say after the second year, it was really hard. Like, it was really hard because that's how many people that I actually had. It was like, 52 weeks in a year, right? So I had to actually, and some of those days we did take off, but I had to think about who was coming up next, but also I'm booking 3 months in advance, too, to make sure I lock them in, which is my fear, right? And that's a really great question because that's not easy to do when you're doing it by yourself, right? And then, of course, after that, when you have an agent or you have an event producer and people start realizing the talent, then it's easier that way.
Yeah, it's like, I noticed, especially the first time that I was on set, I was like, okay, it's like he's saying, all right, I got this guest today, and then I got another guest next week, and next week, and next week. I'm like, dang. So he's got like a bunch of people lined up. It's like, I was thinking like a week prior to the shoot, like, hey, I've got a talk show, and I really need a guest next week. So like when I found out, it's like all finished basically. It's like the work is already done.
Yes, sir.
Like months prior. I was like, it's very like built for a bunch of like upcoming months and weeks, and it's crazy.
Yes, and it's very important. For me, it's very important to make sure that I have that guest booked way in advance because it's easier on me, but also just like I send you guys like the information about the guests, so you guys know who's coming on. As from a producer standpoint, I have to absorb that, right? And I have to get that information. So if I would have had it, which I've had, and Beatrice can also attest to this as well, that you might have last minute people that might come on, like, or people that might want me to come onto their show at the last minute, but they didn't prepare. So that's a lesson learned for myself. And I'm like, yeah, we can't run a show like that knowing that I'm gonna come to someone at the last minute because there's a lot of stress.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, definitely.
You got another question?
Yeah, I
got
one more in the
Talk
chamber.
to me. Talk
One more.
to me.
So it's like about acquiring producers like Brooklyn, Tisha,
Yeah.
Connor, and B.
Yes, sir.
And myself. It's like, how are you like, all right. It's like, I applied on LinkedIn, I think, and it said over 200 people had applied.
Yes.
And I was like, I'll apply, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get it, man. That's just 200 people. It's like, what's like the picking process of that like whole area, basically?
Yeah, I think number one, and this goes for number one, understanding dedication, but it's personality too. You know, I think, you know, for yourself, it was personality more over than, hey, I want to learn. But I think also it was the fact of following up. You followed up multiple times, which was awesome for me, right? And I was like, oh, he's serious, right? He really wants to get in this industry. So that made me feel automatically that, yeah, I need to bring him on. I want him to see what he's getting himself into first. But then that made me feel that, hey, I'm down. I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
And I think being able to pick people out of what you say 200, which is a lot. Yeah, I do have a lot of resumes that do come in. And when I do have them, I'm looking to see if they're in the film industry or if they're going to school for the film industry. And then some people might be going to school, but they might also be, you know, working a regular daytime job. Sometimes it's kind of iffy, right? Because we don't know if they're really serious about it or if they really want to until we talk to them. So very good question, man.
Thank you,
especially for you. It was really good because the follow-up piece was like, hey, Rico, hey, man, I'm game. I'm ready. You know, I'm thirsty, right?
I was like, come on, bro. It's been a few, man. I'm getting anxious if you even want me anymore. Like, what's going on?
No, I think for yourself, and I know your family tunes in as well, too, as far as to the show, and always good to hear some great feedback from them. But I think, you know, it's more of knowing that your family is also, you know, behind you all the way as well, too. So we had, you know, a few episodes where your family was behind. How is it, you know, when you go home and you finish the show and they watch the show? What is it like as far as for them?
So a lot of the times I get like a brother picks me up or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, how was the show? And I tell him about everything, basically. Especially if like a crazy eventful thing happened or something like that. It's like I explain and then I tell him like, watch it on here, going this minute right here. That question right there, like that moment right there was crazy to me. Blah blah blah. So it's like, if something eventful happens, I'm very, very talkative about it. And it's like, I'm not really too like pushy on them. Like, hey, tune in.
Right.
It's like, I didn't tell them, oh yeah, I'll be on the show today. Comment some questions for me. It's like, bro, no. I'll tell them afterwards. They can watch it. Yeah. There's more viewers for you, so.
Yes, I appreciate that. No, I appreciate it. And it's for us, you know. So last question for you. Favorite guest?
Favorite guest. So it's like a two-part question because I have a guest that is upcoming in the next few months that I know is going to be the top 2, top 3 favorite. But
I know which one you're talking
as
about.
of right now, probably going to go with Ernie G, man. He was hilarious.
Hilarious, right? Ernie G was funny, dude.
He was good, man.
Ernie G had me dying, dude. He was hilarious on the mic. It was his personality, man.
Yeah, man.
I think it was his personality, and I think it was crazy in regards to, and he actually came to Chicago, and he actually took some pictures. at Wrigley Field when he came to Chicago.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, talk about last minute. He's like, Rico, I'm in town. He's like, hey, can you meet me? I'm like, dude, you gotta tell me when you coming in town even more. So, man, yeah. So, hey, man, thank you so much, man. Once again for you, my guy, the producer. Thank you so much, everybody. That's my man, Noah. Bravo. All right, everybody, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Of course, everybody, we want to thank you guys so much for tuning in to this 7-year anniversary. All right, everybody, we'll see you back soon.
Every year, 800,000 children are reported missing. That's one child every 40 seconds. It's every parent's worst nightmare. Right now, there are 483 missing children cases still open. Your card donation can help keep kids safe and bring missing kids home. Donate your unwanted card today. Fast, free pickup, 24-hour response. Plus, you'll get the maximum tax deduction.
Call 800-723-2013.
Feeling sluggish? Struggling with stubborn weight and visceral fat? It's time to reset with Fupa Water. Packed with powerhouse ingredients like spirulina, turmeric, and aloe vera, Fupa Water is your daily detox and hydration boost all in one. Flush out toxins, energize your body, and say goodbye to that stubborn belly fat. Ready to feel lighter and stronger? Get yours today at fupawater.com. And for a limited time, use code RNSS for the Rico No Suave show and get an additional 10% off.
And welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the celebration. Your boy Rico No Suave, man. Thank you guys so much for actually tuning in. And yeah, you know, I'm having a blast, man. And you know, this hour will just go by fast. And I hope you guys enjoyed my producers. But we got one more producer. He couldn't be here today, but I do want to make sure that we put him on because he does have a question for me. His name is Brian Kravitz, everybody. Yeah, I'm hoping you guys are enjoying yourselves. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves as well, man. I'm having a blast, having a great time. So are we ready? Let's go.
Hi, Rico. Congratulations on the anniversary. I'm so honored and privileged to be part of this team. I'm so sorry I couldn't be there for this show. I am unfortunately sick. But my question to you, one of the best things about our show that I love so much is how much fun you have with our guests. And I was wondering if there was any talk show host, alive or dead, that you think you would have the most fun being interviewed by. Who would it be and why?
Yeah. Well, thank you, Brian. Fun, man, you know, wow. There's a couple of them, right? There's actually a couple of them. I think Jimmy Fallon is one, and Trevor Noah. Even though I love Johnny Carson, because Johnny Carson, like if I was to go back in the day and be able to interview, I'd probably come in with a butterfly collar or something like that, and just be having a great time as far as Johnny Carson. But I think, Brian, that I think Jimmy Fallon, because he comes up with different skits, that I would love to actually just be interviewed by him. and also being able to interact as far as with the different skits and things that he actually does, because he has so much energy. He has so much energy with his, like with the whole staff, with the whole crew. I would love to be able to get interviewed as far as by him. Trevor Noah, I have to say, because he has such a unique way of asking questions, but also making a joke out of it as well too, is one of my favorites. So yeah, thank you, Brian. I wish I could ask you a question, but you have to send a video to give me an answer. So, but thank you, Brian. So everybody, that's Brian Kravis, one of my other producers, that's been here for quite some time. I think well over a year now. So I appreciate Brian Kravis for actually being on the actual show, being one of the guys as well that's always here and rocking it out with us as well. Yes, man. Anita, thank you. Happy 7th anniversary. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much as far as for the love. I appreciate that. All right. So we do. No worries. Brian's checking in. Thank you so much. Thank you, Brian. I'm glad. Get well. Thank you so much. Okay. So Beatrice, of course, I was wondering when you was going to ask the question, Beatrice. So Beatrice says, has a show changed you personally over the years? Very good question. I think it made me more patient with certain guests, but also to be able to be more supportive with different guests as well. I think for myself, because it helps me to adjust to different personalities. You have some that's soft-spoken, then you have some that never actually done any of like videos and they're sweating, right? And then they could be happy at one end and then be timid at the next. And I think for myself, for me personally, over the years, it helps me understand humans more, right? People more, my guests, understanding them more. And I think that was such a great thing for me to be able to understand them more, right? And knowing what type of background that they actually have. So over the years, some starting from my friends and then asking people, hey, would you like to actually be on the show? That changed me a lot in regards to staying accurate and, being myself, helping me be myself as well. Yeah, I like that. All right, so she has another question. She said, if you can go back to year one and give yourself one piece of advice, what would it be? Hire more people. Have a whole lot of people that understands the vision, that understands as far as being able to get more, having an agent, right? Knowing exactly to be able to have an agent, knowing exactly what I should be able to say, hey, get your background ready. Make sure you have the proper, materials ready. Make sure you have the script and everything. Because at first it was more just freestyle. But then, I started learning to basically, script things out. I would tell my 1 year self, not to be overexcited, but let it flow. Let it go into the next phase, the next phase, the next phase, and continuously try and get more guests on your show that will basically contribute more to your show as well, too. And just networking a lot. I didn't do too much networking when I first started. I did networking from people telling people about the show, but networking in regards to the way that I'm doing it right now, where I'm going back and forth to LA and going to different states and getting myself more involved with people from a business aspect as well as, from an entertainment standpoint as well, too. So very, very good question. I like that question. Thank you so much, Beatrice. And if you guys have any other questions, please make sure you go ahead. But we got some more thank yous. I got some more thank yous and people that I need to say thank yous to as well. Let's see who we got from the producer. Afam Oyenma. Yes, man. The way that this gentleman has helped the people in Africa from his country, it was amazing. It was very, very, very touching, because the way that they built kind of their community to be able to help from the youth and also from a parent standpoint, it was amazing to be able to talk with him and go over and how he's actually affected, like, other people's lives in a good way to be able to tell them, hey, you know what? I got this. Can you help with the fundraising? They were like, yeah, we can help. Let's go. So that helped out. That helped out a lot with me understanding more about him. All right, Afam. Fran Koppel. Yes, Fran Koppel, the fastest speaking, talking woman ever. And I tell you, that was a very interesting interview, but she was very lively. I really loved that about her because she was an entertainer and how she built, herself from ground zero on up and just continuously making that happen. So, Fran Koppel, hey, we're always speaking conversation really fast. Let's go. Yes, Maria Brenda, the Maya family. Yes. Hey, I've known Maria for a long time, and her and Matt Baran and Minja. I think she's gonna hate me because I messed up her name. Bart and all of those guys over there at Zatori Films. You guys are awesome, and she was one of the ones that's very hyper, and she had us come and do the Taiwan Film Festival as well, and it was amazing person. So she's always supporting the Rico No Suave show. That's what it's all about. Here's the next one. Susie Singer Carter. Let's go. Yes, Susie Singer Carter, what an amazing person, producer of Bratz. I had a chance to actually meet her in LA. What a great movie she has coming up, No Country for Old People, and this going to be another great hit coming up as well. And she was very hyper as well too, but she was very passionate in regards to helping people to be able to make sure that they continue to live and people don't forget about the old people. All right, let's do one more. The Whistler. Carol Ann Kaufman. Yeah, the Whistler. She actually whistled on a show, and when she whistled on a show, it was amazing. Like, she didn't even know that can actually happen. Right? She did it. She did it like awesome. All right. Here's the last one. Chaya Nene. Yes. Chaya Nene. That was amazing. That was amazing in regards to her and how strong and how she can beat up her brother. That was cool. But she was also great. She's also a great actress. I met her through Priscilla Leona, who loves so much. Thank you, Priscilla, so much for all your support and your love. But Chaya Nene was awesome. Her mom was awesome. Her family was awesome in regards to how much they supported her. But she's been hitting the scenes as far as with short films and getting into feature films as well, but very awesome person. I think I got one more. I think and hopefully I have that there, John's Crazy Socks with Mark and also John. I hope I have that in there, but that was a passionate one as well that I actually have. So that's Michael Jablow. So Michael Jablow is the film editor that was awesome as well. So I think it's the son, and it's not on there? Okay. So I do want to say, thank you to everyone that actually made this amazing year happen. Laura Klump, yes, who is your dream guest on the show? Oh, man. Dream guest. And there's so many different categories of dream guests on the show. It could come from music. It could come from, oh my goodness. As far as a dream guest, I would definitely have to say, because I'm a Denzel Washington fan. I like Denzel Washington. But then you start talking about talk show hosts, Jimmy Fallon is one. I mean, I that would be like a dream guest that I would actually have on the show. Even Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle would probably be crazy on the show. As a comedian, George Lopez, those guys, oh man, that would be super dope to actually have, him on the actual show. I would love to interview Mark Anthony too. Mark Anthony, when it comes to the salsa and other things. I would love to interview him. But there's so many dream guests. Thank you, Lauren Klump. I appreciate that. Last question. Hold on. Have you had an unexpected, unscripted moment live on air completely change the direction of episodes? We had a couple of those. Beatrice. Yeah, we had a couple of those. That I can just say yes. Yes, we have, and my producers in the background know what it feels like when there's technology issues. They change the direction of the show. And then also when there's a problem as far as on someone else's end that just changes the direction of the show, or, if there's some issues that I just have to do the show by myself and something happens at the last minute as well, right? And I have to actually change it. So, yeah. All right, hold on. Last question. Donna Marie Bird. Rico, how long had you wanted to host your own talk show before you made it happen? When I actually first, I've always I didn't know if I really wanted to do commercials like my mom. That was my dream thing for my mom. But I think for myself, as far as to be a talk show host, I thought about it, but didn't want it to make it happen until I was kind of forced into it. Until somebody said, hey, are you on the radio, right? Or are you a host? When I was doing events as an MC. So I would say before I made that jump, and maybe a year beforehand, maybe 1 or 2 years, because I was doing, MC as weddings. And that was kind of a way of someone saying, hey, Rico, I think you should be on TV. And then I was like, when a third person said it, I was like, okay, I think I'm going to start doing this. And then that's when I went and did kind of an audio session with the company. And then that didn't work out well, but I actually said, I'm going to continue. So that's when I finally started to actually do that in July in 2018. So, yeah, that was awesome. Everybody, man, this hour went by fast, and I would have to say, I am super, super happy. I want to thank you guys all for an amazing year. And for the people that supported me from day one up until now, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. From the bottom of my heart, you guys are awesome, awesome people. And and for you guys to just tuning in, we're going to do our social media, because we got social media too, and our website. So let's put up our website. Yes, our website, theRicoNoSuaveShow.com. Yes, theRicoNoSuaveShow.com. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you guys actually showing your support and your love. Here's the next one. Yeah, it is Facebook, baby. Facebook. Yes, Rico No Suave Show. Make sure you go ahead and like and love everything we're doing. Here's the next one. Oh, yeah. Boom. It is Instagram. Make sure you go and follow us on Instagram, everybody. Thank you guys so much for your support and your love. Here's the next one. I think you guys know about this one. It's YouTube. Yes, make sure you go and subscribe to the YouTube channel, everybody. Thank you guys so much for your support. Last but not least, I think we got Mixcloud. Mixcloud turns into audio, everyone. Hey, driving, just listen. And we're talking. So make sure you go ahead and show that love. All right, everybody, we got to get out of here. I want to thank you guys so much. I want to thank my producers of all. Thank my producers and everyone that shared the journey as far as with us. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself, because, hey, we're just giving back, but we're making things happen. We start off to year 8. It's on now, everybody. So thank you guys for your support. I'll see you guys on the next episode as we end off the show just like this.